YouTube channel. So shout out to everybody who subscribed from the last video. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So basically I'm just gonna be doing how I got through high school with a baby. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I got pregnant the ending of my junior year into my senior year. I was a month away from starting my senior year. And so I was basically still going to regular school while I was pregnant. So I left regular school when I was 14 weeks pregnant. And I went to LAMP, which is Lea Adolescent Mothers Program, which is basically another alternative school for pregnant teenagers. So I went over there and they had a nursery on the campus. So I was 14 weeks when I started and everybody was nice. The teachers were nice. I had my baby and then like 3 months later, I couldn't do it anymore because everybody in there was like on their second and third kid. And I'm like, yo, I'm surrounded by babies and I can't concentrate. So, and at the same time, like all the girls were talking about was sex and what they wanted to do. And I'm just like, you know, that's something private. Like you don't talk about that in front of people. So I was like, okay. So I went home and I said to my mom, you know, I think it's time for me to change schools. So I went back to Lehigh, my original school that I started 10th grade year, because 9th grade year I went to Riverdale. So 10th grade year I started off at Lehigh. So I went back to Lehigh and the principal wanted to send me to Palm Acres because I guess you could say, and I'm gonna be honest, I slacked off because I didn't want to do the work. So and LAMP wasn't really giving work to do. Like they would just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just you would come into class and they would just give you tests out of nowhere, and I'm just like, you didn't even let us study. So anyways, I got to the school and the principal was like, you are failing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So the principal said, well, you need to go to Palm Acres so that you can get all your credits in time to graduate. So I was like, I'm not going to Palm Acres because that's where all those retarded people go. I'm not going to Palm Acres. So I told her, give me a month and I will bring my grades up. My GPA will be up and I will have the credits that I need to graduate. So she looked me up and down like I was crazy. And I'm just like, so she said, okay, you have a month. So I walked out of her office scratching my head like, oh, what did I just put myself into? Anyway, so I had like, as well as having the classes that I had on physical campus, I had classes that were online too. So I did them over Edgenuity. So when I got home, around this time, my mom was taking care of the baby. Like, the baby would be with her while I was in school. So she was a big help to me. So when I got home, it was like, boom, computer, you gotta get it. So every day I got home, I would do the work. And honestly, my motivation to actually get on the computer and do the work, because I hate being on the computer, was my grandmother. Because she had wanted to see me graduate, and she died before she could even see that. So I said, well, I promised her before she died I was going to graduate, even though I had a baby. So, you know, I was like, well, I'm going to do this for grandma anyways. So after this, a month had passed and I went back to the principal's office And by that time, I had already finished my classes. Like, one class would take me 2 weeks because I would stay up all night and do it. I'd be in class doing the work and doing the other teacher's work at the same time. So I was going back and forth, and I had free periods throughout the day because certain things I didn't need to do. So I would just go and sit in a room by myself and do my work because I can't concentrate with a lot of people around me. So yeah, I went back to the principal's office and I gave her the paper because you had to print out the classes after you were finished. I gave her the paper and she looked at me. She's like, "So why weren't you doing this before?" And I was like, I lost motivation. I just didn't feel like doing it. So she was like, "You need to, keep focused. You got a baby that is depending on you now." And I was like, "I know." So fast forward, classes were done in 2 weeks. Like, there was nothing stopping me. At one point, they were like, "Oh, we can only give you 2 classes." I was like, "Give me 3." So they gave me 3. So you had to have, I think it was 24 credits to graduate. I graduated back in 2018, so I think it was 24. So I graduated with 29 credits. My GPA went up. And so graduation day came, and honestly, I didn't feel like getting up out of the bed. So I remember dragging myself out of the bed, taking a shower. My mom did my hair. I put on my dress and my gown. And I remember looking in the mirror saying, my grandma's supposed to be here. And I think, honestly, that hurt me a little more than I thought it would, because the day before I was fine. And I was like, this sucks. So my dad was supposed to be there too. And I didn't see him until... Anyways, we're just going to cut that right there. So, I got to Jermaine Arena and I lined up and, we sat down and I walked the stage. Everything was good. So then I had to go pick up my diploma because it wasn't in the sleeve because nobody got it in the sleeve. So then I got lost because Jermaine Arena is a huge place. Anyways, it's a huge place, and so I just remember trying to find my mom and I couldn't find her. So in the end, I walked around the building like 4 times. And then I finally found her. And at that point, I was upset because I was walking around in heels and my feet were hurting because I hate wearing heels. And so my feet were hurting and I was just tired and I wanted to go to sleep. And everybody wanted to take photos. So we took photos with the baby and everything. And I'm going to include that right here. So anyways, after taking photos, we went back to the house and my dad was waiting in the rental car. So I got out and I just walked straight past him because I'm like, "You missed my graduation." Anyways, so yeah, so basically the way I got through high school with the baby was my mom helping me and the people that I had by my side helping me. And, family and friends helping me. Very thankful for them. So basically, if anybody was to ask me, was high school easy to get through with the baby? No. But at the same time, yes, because I had a good support team. So, no and yes. Would I wish it on my worst enemy to do that with a baby during high school? No. But at the same time, you gotta realize it's more motivation. And you have somebody looking up to you. So, babies are a blessing whether they come, whether you're young, old, in the middle. Babies are a blessing and they always will be. So remember that. So basically, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comments down below. Everybody can always either, you know, private message me, that's fine, on ideas. So that's the ending of this video. Stay safe and peace out.